You're on mute, Your Honor.
Yeah, I see that now. Thank you. Good morning, everyone. My name is Judge Tangela Bear. I'm Judge for Division 10. So we have a status. I'm not going to keep you very long today. We had already scheduled this case for a status. And so we just kept it on the calendar. We recognize that we have the guardian ad litem and some other outstanding matters, but I figured let me just go ahead and keep it and just kind of get an update on how the parties are handling visitation with going through grandmother. How's that going? Let me just swear Ms. Thomas Way and Mr. Way in very quickly if you'll unmute. All right, thank you. Raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give to the court is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth to help you God?
Yes.
Yes.
All right, thank you. So let me just start with you, Mr. Way. How are things going?
Not well.
Not well?
No, it has not been no progress with Kaylee. Like I said, we've done the therapy lessons, we've done the family lessons, but as far as my situation with Kaylee there's no progress. She's not trying. Like she told the therapist, she has no intentions on trying. She has no intentions on forgiving me and moving forward. And the day of the incident,
She said she has no intention of doing what?
She has no intentions on forgiving me or moving forward with me. She said she stated that to the therapist on multiple times. And when I'm with her, she's just as callous as she was before, if not more. If I talk to her, say, "Hey, how you doing?" She distanced herself from me. And the day after we had the hearing, she went ballistic, and she pushed me. I had to go to the hospital that day on the 28th. So
you had to go to the hospital for what?
She pushed me over a table.
Oh, she pushed you over the table?
Mm-hmm. When she was in the background just going off, after I got off the call with you guys, I tried, I was picking up my computer and stuff, and she just told me she didn't want to be there with me. She like, it's my fault, I ruined everything. And when I'm trying to grab my computer, and she got in my chest and she pushed me over and I fell over a table. And I went to the urgent care, and they said I had a sprain, like it's just a mild sprain. So, and right now she was placed on probation, and because of what's going on, she has another hearing in July. So she has been, I don't know. I've tried. We keep on the therapy. I keep trying to work with her. I keep trying to get her to understand that, our actions have consequences. You can't do whatever you want to do and not hurt people. And like I explained to her before, I just got cleared medically from my surgery. So all this fighting back and forth with her was never good on my physical health as well.
What was I remember there was some surgery. What was it, your back or something else?
My neck and back. I was in a car accident last October, and they had to have surgery. Like I said, they did laser surgery, so it was hard for me to walk and utilize most of the right side of my body. So arguing, going back and forth with her was not the best. Was not the best thing for me. And
so where is she staying right now?
She's with grandmama.
Okay, so she's still with grandmother.
Yes.
And you come over there from time to time, but for the most part, you're still with your girlfriend, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is it girlfriend or wife? Girlfriend. Yeah. Girlfriend. So how often do you go visit?
Every day. Every day that she's there. I cook for her, I take her lunch, and I take her dinner pretty much every day. So, like I said, my mom stays only like 10 minutes away from me, so it's not really a far trek. And I try to go over there. Let's talk. Like, hey, do you want to, because I've been asking her what she wants to do. Like, she tells me she don't want to be bothered with me. Does she want to come home? She's like, I don't want to be there. And every time I try to do anything with her, it's met with a lot of pushback. Like I said, we've done the therapy, and like I said, I've been trying to figure out what's wrong with her. But she can never tell me what I've done wrong. And this whole situation is just tiresome because, like I said, I'm doing everything that you ask of me. I'm doing everything that you require of me, and I feel like that is not getting anywhere because this situation makes no sense because she's not in a situation where I've done anything to her. I've said anything out the way to her. Like I said, the therapy sessions has uncovered a lot because I have done sessions with Tanisha. And we've tried to come with a simple resolution for that because like the kid was allowed to speak in the therapy session and they, kind of address where they wanted to be. and in all of this.
Okay, so let me ask Ms. Thomas Way how things are going with you and Kaylee.
The thing, me and Kaylee has been fine. We've been having a good relationship. She's been communicating more, and she's been expressing herself more.
Fine in what way?
Like, we talk, we go out, we do a lot of stuff more than what we was doing at first. It's no arguing, it's no talking back, it's no fighting, it's none of that.
Do you think it's because she's on the outs with her dad now? Like, do you think she's kind of pulling both of you?
When she's in therapy, because we do the family therapy, me, her, and Desmond sometimes, and sometimes just me and Desmond. And she also do the counseling, and sometimes it's me and her inside the counseling. And when she talked to the counseling for the therapy, well, yeah, she's a counselor, Miss Gloria. She expressed herself to Miss Gloria about how she feels.
Okay.
And when she basically tell her that she don't want to be with her dad. And I don't know what's the issue with Kaylee and Desmond. I have no idea. The only thing I said is told Kaylee that y'all have to work on y'all communication. Because like y'all going back and forth with each other, where this person say that, this person say that, and it's like, okay, he say this about you, he say that about you. I don't know what's true. I don't know what's going on. But I told Kaylee that she needs to express herself more. Talk actually wrong with her, because everything is, it don't actually express herself. But when she was talking to Ms. Williams, having Kayla express herself to the T. And it's like, I don't feel comfortable talking to this person, and I feel comfortable talking to that person.
Okay, I'm having a hard time hearing you right now.
But me and Kayla have been having no issues. You hear me?
Yes, I can hear you now. Okay. And right now,
you hear me?
Way, where are you, Mr. Way? I just want to make, I don't know if Kaylee is around. Where are you?
You can hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you. Oh, Mr. Way. Okay, hold on. Do y'all see Mr. Way?
I'm here.
Okay, there you are. Can you turn your video back on, please?
My video.
Try one more time. Now, because your sound is off now as well. Mr. Way, Mr. Way, can you hear us?
Yes, I can hear y'all. Can you hear me?
I can hear you now, but I can't see you anymore. Does anyone else, can anyone else see him? No. Okay. Is there another area you can go to, maybe get a better reception so we can see your video? There we go. Okay. Okay, there we go. So, Mr. Way, I'm sorry, forgot my question now. Oh, how is Kayla getting along with your mother? Is she able to handle, manage?
Yeah, like I said, Kayla doesn't have issue with nobody but me.
Well, like you and then at one point, Miss Thomas Way as well.
Yeah, but
is he jumping around? Or is it just me?
I have no idea, because I'm on my work computer and it keeps logging me. It keeps saying it's disconnecting. So I'm gonna try. If it does it again, I'm gonna switch to another device.
Okay. So your mother, you're saying your mother doesn't have any issues?
No, like literally nobody has an issue with Kaylee outside of me. And this situation has been, has been a very vexing situation, because like I said, everyone's trying to figure out what is wrong. What is Kaylee's real issue with me? And like I said, I've talked to the therapist and stuff like that. I've talked to everybody, and I talked to Kaylee. I ask her what's wrong, and everything that she says stems from, situations that have nothing to do with me. And this is the.
So let me ask you. Mm-hmm. Okay, I appreciate that. Let me ask you about how are you visiting then with Kaylee and sorry, let me get the other. What's the other minor child's name?
Sharia.
Sharia. Yeah. How the visit's going with her?
Sherry comes over whenever, like I said, Sherry's been she's been coming over whenever she wanted to.
Okay.
But like I said, last time I saw her, that was this Friday, and I dropped her off Saturday. So Sherry, like I said, Sherry usually, she spends a lot of time with me during the week, or And when she go home, my mom and them is it's been very fine with that. Like I said, Sherry states that she wanted to be with me during the week, and Kaylee wants to be at home with her mother. Like I said, with this situation that's going on, like I said, I was more so keen on that because of the validity of Kaylee. Like I said, I just don't, I'm just tired of Kaylee fighting. I'm just tired of going back and forth with all of this with her, because like I said, the more that she's with me, like this, she just becoming more and more volatile. Like I said, I can't keep, it's not even about defending myself. It's just that, for whatever reason, for her to attack me, to think that it's fine to attack me. Like I said, we still haven't uncovered why she's fighting me. We just know that there's a lot of stuff that's going on between me and her mother. And like I said, both kids are being dragged in the middle of adult situations and causing them to lash out. And go ahead.
I was going to ask about, have anyone reached out to you regarding the guardian ad litem?
Miss Elena, she emailed me.
Okay.
And she she asked me, because she's like, she was trying to get a chance to come. I know, but like I said, with lawyers, they tend to be busy a lot. So I did email her back last night.
You emailed back the Miss Marshall, my staff, or someone from DVLF from
the guardian ad litem? Yes, I emailed them last night.
Okay. Do you know who the guardian ad litem is?
Miss Elaine.
Her name is Elaine.
Yeah, if I'm saying it wrong.
Judge Barry, sorry, I don't want to talk over. It's Eileen Schumann. I've heard actually from both Mr. Way and Miss Thomas Way as well. I've heard from both parties, and I'm in the process of scheduling.
Okay, I see you. Okay, now, okay.
Yeah, everything just happened last week, but I just wanted the court to be clear that I've been in communication with both parties. I'm getting information, and I'm going to set up some obviously some longer conferences with them, and then also get out to talk to the children.
Great. Okay. Excellent. Thank you. All right. All right. So that's that part. And now we're on to.
This is Ms. Schumann and I have communicated via email. We are working on getting DFACS records, so we'll likely be sending something to the court to sign so that DFACS can send those records to you.
Okay, no issues. All right, and then the next thing is behavior punishment with regard to the phone. Any issues going on with the phone?
Like I said, she doesn't have a phone with me, but she has a phone with her mother. So
where she goes to her mom.
Yeah. So like I said, a lot of things is, I still keep contact up for, her social media and stuff like that. And like I said, whatever she does with her mother, I can't go against that. And like,
well, yes, you can, because I think I put in the order. I thought my position was that Ms. Thomas Way was to adhere to that punishment. That's what the order says. So Ms. Thomas Way, are you not doing that?
Only time she have her phone is when I'm not at home, when I'm leaving to go to the store or something, and she want to be at home. That's the only time. But when I come back home, she doesn't have her phone.
She has her phone when you leave her at the house.
Yes, and then when I come back, I get her phone from her. That's the only time. Like, she doesn't have her phone to sit there, be on social media, and do anything else.
Okay. Right, and then
unless she's with my grandmother, but I don't know when she's with my grandmother where she get my grandmother's phone, and I don't know. But I know when she's with me, she doesn't have her phone. So I don't know, because she be with my grandmother. She be with my grandmother too, because we stay with my grandmother.
You stay with your grandmother?
Yes.
Your mother or her grandmother?
No, that's my grandmother. It's her great grandmother.
Her great grandmother.
Yes. Yes.
All right. And with regard to the criminal matter against you, Ms. Thomas Way, where is that?
With
please leave your message for 678.
Ms. Marsh, I think you're not on mute.
My apologies, Your Honor.
Go ahead, Ms. Thomas Way.
Well, which case you talking about?
The case wherein you were, I think there was a warrant or something for you hitting her.
No, that one was when I went to check. They said it wasn't no warrant, and they didn't know anything about what I was talking about.
I know. I'm asking for an update on that because Mr. Way said he thought there was a warrant, and that was his understanding. So I just wanted to know, where were you all on that, because if I change custody or make custody changes, I don't want that to impede what the court is going to do. If there's a warrant, is there anything that prevents you from having physical custody of her now?
No, ma'am.
Is that your understanding, Ms. Holloway?
Say it
one more time, Ms. Holloway.
I was on mute, sorry.
Okay.
I believe Mr. Way had some information on that because he has been in contact with the court about that particular case.
All right, Mr. Wade, what's your understanding?
The warrant is active. It just, like I said, the name that it, like, even though the name was spelled wrong, it's going to be up on the alias. So, like I said, she has another hearing in August, and a lot of that's the for false reports. So, like I said, I talked to this the solicitor, and I talked to the victim advocate.
Who has a hearing in August for false report?
Tanisha.
Me and him both have to go because when he said that, because when he filed a report against me, and I told him that the case got dismissed. Desmond reopened the case when I went and filed and said that he had the police and defects coming to the house,
okay,
and I had the police.
Hold on, let me back up. I thought the warrant was related to the simple battery of the child.
Your Honor, if I may explain.
Yes.
Okay. There are 2 criminal cases pending in DeKalb County. The first relates to Mr. Way had filed an application for a warrant because he said that Ms. Thomas had contacted the police with false information. So that was the earlier case. The second
false information was about what?
An incident between Ms. Thomas and Mr. Way.
Okay.
And then the second case deals with Ms. Thomas and the incident with Kaylee. And so what they're speaking about is a hearing on August 7th for the first case between Mr. Way and Ms. Thomas Way. And it seems like he's stating that the other case will be discussed as well, or he will bring it up at that particular case. Okay. But the hearing on the 7th is for the first one, not this second warrant.
So is it your position, Mr. Way, that you wanting to still prosecute the case against Kaylee and Ms. Thomas Way?
I mean, this situation with Kaylee, like I said, her putting her in the hospital was the issue with me. You know, her being diagnosed with a concussion and all the injuries. That's the only reason, and that's the only reason why I proceeded with that. In spite of everything that Kaylee has done, as a parent, I still have to make a logical decision. Because if I would do something like that, then I would be punished for my actions. And like I said, we as parents, we both still got to work on a lot of things with these kids.
Mr. Wade, your position is, because I just want to make sure I understand it. Your position is that you still want to proceed on that action.
I'm torn between this one because, like I said, I've seen what happened with Kaylee. I've seen what Kaylee has done, and all this stuff that is going back and forth between her and this situation. Like I said, I'm trying to make the best decision because, like I said, even though I know Kaylee wants to be with her mom, like I said,
Kaylee wants to be with her mom.
Yeah, but
I have to make a decision between the two of you, and if she doesn't want to be with you, and you can't manage her.
Oh no, I can manage her. That's not the issue.
Well, you
like
can't.
I said, I was dealing with when she was doing all this. She was dealing with me while I was doing my recovery process. And so, like I said, if I couldn't have no setbacks with her. Like I said, her being physical with me. Like I said,
I pushed you over a table. You can't manage her. She pushed you over a table.
I'm fine now. Like I said, I recovered.
No, I don't think you're not understanding.
No, I hear what you're saying.
Well,
and like I said,
you're saying you can manage somebody who pushed you over a table.
Yes, because I was dealing with I just got off disability, and I can't from what my doctor has told me. I had to avoid a lot of physical contact. And avoid a lot of physical things. After I gave her the clear that I am medically clear, Kayla does not argue with me. Kayla does not go back and forth with me. Kayla has not even said or done anything in that manner. Like I said, I understood why she came at me because I was hurt because I couldn't defend myself.
Oh, when I was healthy.
When I was healthy, like I said, she only attacked me when I was on my cane. She only attacked me when I was hurt.
Mr. Wade, are you,
Yes,
are
ma'am.
you serious with me? Like,
I'm being serious. Like I said, this child, like since I made clear, she hadn't said anything to me. She ain't even
let
tried
me get
anything.
this straight. Kaylee will attack you when you are vulnerable.
Yes.
And so because of that, you think you can manage her when you can physically handle her.
I know I can manage her.
Yeah, but we're not talking about managing her physically.
No, I said, she's managed now.
No,
she's put in therapy. She's done everything.
Mr. Wade, I'm not talking about your physical ability to manage and handle her. I'm talking about you being able to talk with your child and instill enough respect in your child that she doesn't feel the need to harm you, whether you are vulnerable or not. That's management. Management isn't, well, as long as I'm weak, she will attack. But when I'm not weak, she won't attack. So that means I'm managing. I'm doing well. You're not. You're fooling yourself. Okay. And so what I'm trying to make sure that you understand in your decision making is that you're gonna, if you can't, there's no way I'm gonna send Kaylee back to you if you and Kaylee are getting into physical altercations. We know that. She can't stay with her grandmother for an extended period of time. If you have Miss Thomas Way arrested on the issues and the child can't go back to Miss Thomas Way, then Kaylee ends up in DFACS. So I just want to make sure you're thinking through, because when we last spoke, I said to you, well, these are things you need to consider. If Kaylee will put her hands on you, a full grown man, and then when Miss Thomas Way tells you she put her hands on her, you don't think that's possible. I don't understand that. To the extent that you feel as if you want to proceed on these proceedings, where's your daughter going to go in all of that? And do you really think Miss Thomas Way is capable of continuously harming your daughter? Those are things that you have to think through.
Okay, I did think through that. I've talked to everyone. Look, this situation with her and her mother it's been off and on. Like I said, if you read the messages that between me and her and constantly fighting, like I said, they have periods where they don't fight. But them two, they have a long history of them fighting. I got a long been involved. You know, Kayla calling me talking about something. She don't got beat up by her. She don't so many things, and I've done everything in my power to get to protect her. Like I said, managing Kayla, like I said, like she is a lot of stuff that's going on. It's a lot of stuff that's being filtered into her head in what regards to us. And Kayla is this is the first time as Kayla has been dealing with the consequence of her actions. Like I said,
what's the consequence of her action?
Kayla's on probation. Kayla's all the stuff that's going on with the fighting stuff. Kayla's never been in a situation where she has to deal with the consequence. She's dealing with the consequence of her actions, and she's trying to get away from me so she ain't got to deal with the consequences.
Well,
like Kayla has done a lot of things.
How did Kaylee end up at your mother's house?
My mom, because I was with my mom, I was taking my mama to work.
How did Kaylee end up at your mom's house? Who took her there?
I took her there.
Okay. Why? Because you could manage Kaylee. Why would you take her there?
She can manage Kayla. Everybody.
Your position is you can manage Kayla.
Yes.
Okay. So I want to know why you took her to your mother's house if you can do it.
Because I was trying to create a situation with everything because I was following the instructions of the DFACS worker. And like I said, because of what was going on with her, we were trying to put her in a neutral location so she can calm down. And so we can figure out what is going on with her. Everybody trying to figure out what is wrong with her emotionally. So we're trying to put her in a neutral location.
So you at your mother's house, but not at your home. You can only manage Kaylee at your mother's house, but not at your home.
No, I can manage her at home.
Okay. So if I take custody, if I said to you, take Kaylee home, you'll be able to do that.
I've been able to do that. Like I said,
so why is Kaylee at your mother's?
Because I'm following before we even got to this point, even with DFACS, when she tried to levy say that I attacked her. Now that's why she's at my mother's house, because she's at the school. She told DFACS that I attacked her. That's why she ended up on probation because they did an investigation on that. And so as for the neutral thing, it was like, okay, because she's levied that against me, they sent her to my mom to distance us while they did the investigation. So Kayla has been placed on probation for that.
All right, then. So here's what I'm going to do. So I've totally missed your cues because I thought you were at a point where you understood that it was difficult for you to manage Kaylee and that Kaylee was not welcomed back in your home because of the relationship between your girlfriend and Kaylee. But your position is you can manage Kaylee and Kaylee can come back to your home with you and your girlfriend, because I misunderstood that part. Is that what I'm hearing now?
There was never an issue. Kaylee never wanted to be with us. But
that doesn't matter because you can manage Kaylee. So it doesn't matter whether Kaylee wants to come to your house or not. Your position is you can manage her, which means there are no issues. You can take her home because you can manage her, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that's the part I didn't understand. So you think you can get Kaylee to come home?
Yeah, if she wants. Yeah, at any given time. But
okay, listen, Mr. Wade, because I'm going to send you a copy of this video because you probably don't understand what you started off specifically to the court by saying, Judge, it's not going well. I don't know I don't know what's going on with Kaylee and I don't know what I'm doing. Those were your exact words. They were exact. Okay. And then as I'm trying to maneuver and try to figure out where to place her, and I talk about Ms. Thomas Wade's criminal matter, you're so focused on getting that criminal matter done until you're not looking at the facts and circumstances of your actual life. You're not. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have Ms. Marshall send you a copy of this video so you can see how you started out and then where you end. And then you'll see why I stay conflicted, because you do that often. So I'm going to send you a copy of this video, and I want you to tell me how you start and how you end it. So we'll all be on the same page. All right. But your position is you can get Kaylee home because you can manage her. Right. And that's completely fine. So we've been wasting our time because the whole idea of these hearings was because you couldn't manage Kaylee. So this is my third hearing that I'm trying to figure out what to do and how to get Kaylee where she needs to be. But all alone, you could do it. Okay. So there's no need for this hearing because you can handle it. If Kaylee wants to go back home with you, you can get Kaylee home. I'm changing the order. I'll allow that to happen. All right. So Ms. Schumann, if Mr. Wade's position is his relationship with her, I misunderstood, but apparently it was just me. His position is that things are going well enough that she can return to his home. If that's the case, she can return to his home. And we'll go back to the original order, which Ms. Thomas Wade will have custody over Sharia, and Mr. Wade will continue with Ms. Kaylee.
Your Honor, will there be any status conferences regarding this?
Status conference. Mr. Wade has made it. He says he can handle it. There are no issues. I thought there were issues. I was confused. Apparently, there are none. So I don't know. I listened to the videos before, and there appeared to be some concerns that he control over Kaylee and how she's managing. And now his position is, when I ask him about what we're going to do, because here's the problem, Ms. Holloway. If he goes forward with this issue with Ms. Thomas Wade and this child, then Ms. Thomas Wade can't get the kid. And if Ms. Thomas Wade can't get the kid and he can't manage her, then she can't stay where she can't stay with grandmother in that position forever. Where's she going to go?
Your Honor, I think what further may complicate the situation is that Mr. Wade has 2 juvenile criminal cases against Kaylee for her
Oh, well,
attacks against him.
oh, well, but he just told me he got it. That's my point. This is the point I'm trying to make. Maybe I'm being facetious over it. Mr. Way does not have a full understanding of his circumstances. You want to do what's best for Kaylee, but more importantly, you want to make sure Miss Thomas Way, you know, the Miss Thomas Way criminal matter is prosecuted. I don't understand that, because you both are in a very precarious situation with Kaylee, and you're not thinking through it. I don't know what else to do. Yes, Mr. Way.
All right. Like I said, Tanisha has more than one criminal case. Like I said, saying regardless of what, I have already talked to them about that when it pertains to that. So what's going to happen with that matter as far as Tanisha and Kaylee is that they was going to put some type of intervention in between them so they can get the type of therapy that they need.
Mr. Way, what do you think I've been doing?
No,
what do you think this whole case have been about? There's nothing more you can get from your criminal matter.
I'm not worried about that situation with I got another case with Tanisha and some other stuff.
I don't care about that case with you and Tanisha. That's not what I'm concerned about. I am concerned about you trying to prosecute the case with.
I've already talked to them about that. So okay. That's why I said everything was going to be addressed in August. Like I said, I've already talked to the victim advocate and stuff like that about that proceeding with Tanisha. And like I said, they're more likely they're going to let it go because I've already sent the information over to them explaining the situation with her and Kaylee. Like I said, Kaylee said Kaylee went and testified, and Kaylee said she don't want to go through it. And I said I'm respecting Kaylee's situation. Like I said, the situation I can't make them just drop it like that.
That's not what you said. That is not what you said.
I didn't clarify. I should have been more clear.
Oh, okay. Because that is not what you said to me.
And you're right. And I'm like I said, you're right. I start off and I got so many things going on, and I tend to overstep, certain situations. But like I said, I've already discussed everything with them. I've already forwarded information with them because I am very, when it comes to that, I keep a lot of the records and stuff like that as to what's going on. They already abreast of what's going on with this situation. And like I said, because Kaylee wants to be with her, I've already made that known. But like I said, they won't do anything until we, all this addressed in August. So like I said, the situation with Kaylee is what's going to be. Like I said, I've already let them know. I've already gave them information on what's going on with Kayla. I've already gave them information what's going on with the therapy and stuff like that. I don't know if the advocate or the solicitor has reached out to anybody, but I explained them as what's going on. So more likely they're going to let the situation go. Only thing I'm worried about, I'm not even worried about this situation with her and Kayla. Me and her got other pressing matters that has to be attended to. And that's what I've been trying to, get out. Like I said, I'm doing the best that I can with Kayla. I've always done the best that I can with Kayla. And I just, in spite of everything that she done, I can't give up on my child. I got to keep fighting. I got to keep working with my child in order to make her understand. Kayla has to understand, regardless of what happens, there are consequences to her actions. And every time she don't get her way, she cannot fight with me. She cannot fight with her mom. She cannot run back and forth. So at some point in time, she got to sit here and deal with the consequences of her action. That's how I'm managing. I'm putting boundaries. I'm putting barriers in front of her to understand that what we do as people, even as we grow, we're gonna have to deal with the consequences of our actions because we can't hit people and run. We can't do this and run. So when you make your bed, you gotta lie in it. And that's what Kayla is doing. Kayla understands if I go back, no, she is still going to deal with the consequences of her actions. She is still going to deal with it. I don't care how much she tries. Like I am going to hold my child accountable for what she do wrong, as I will be held accountable for what I do wrong.
Okay, Mr. Wade, tell me what do you want from this matter? What do you want? I
want peace, Judge.
No, I don't. I can't give you peace. I can give you.
I know you can't.
What to do. So tell me, what do you want? This is your case. Tell me, what do you want me to do? Because now I'm going.
It's a lot that's happened, and I'm emotional. I'm trying not to be that way. I've been going through this with her for 5 years, and even before we started divorce proceeding, I just want to be with my children. I just want peace. And if Kaylee wants to be at home with her mother, I am okay with that.
Okay, so you're okay with Kaylee being
But Sherry wants to be with me too. So like I said, that's why I was just last time the kids opted to swap to keep the peace between everybody.
I'm not swapping to keep peace. I don't do kids for peace. Okay.
I know that
where they're best. And Sherry, the last time I spoke with her, she wanted to be with her mother, but more importantly, she wanted to be with Kaylee.
I'm trying to get both of them.
Then to me, it would follow that Sharia would stay with her mother. I'm not swapping kids just for peace. So I need to understand, and Miss Holloway, you all can talk. You don't have to give it to me today. You all need to tell me what you want, because if you still want to go through the proceedings and Mr. Wade's position is he could still handle Kaylee better, because quite frankly, I don't know which one of them can handle Kaylee better, to be honest with you. Because I think Kaylee kind of takes advantages of her circumstances. And so I think if Kaylee was with Mr. Wade or Miss Thomas Wade, you might still have these behavioral issues. I think they will exist with either of them. I'm just trying to figure out where it would be what's the better position to place her in. And I don't know if grandmother is in the picture to keep this arrangement or not. But I think you all need to start thinking through it, because I need to know what to do. And I've been holding off because I think I know what to do, and then certain circumstances will happen. Then I'm like, okay, I got it now. And then there's another switch, another circumstances that may happen. So I'm not making any finals, but I know if initially I'm thinking, okay, we're going to stay with your grandmother. You were going to try to see, whether or not your circumstances with Kaylee would improve. You started the conversation by saying it had not improved and you don't know what's going on. Kaylee wants to be with her mom. Then I'm thinking, okay, maybe we'll put Kaylee to the mom. And then towards the end of the conversation, you tell me, no, I can manage Kaylee. Kaylee can stay with me. And so now I'm like, wait a minute, Kaylee, you want the court to consider you as the primary for Kaylee? I can do both. But I just need to know what it is that I'm trying to, what I'm trying to achieve. Speak with Ms. Holloway. You all let me know if you're still going to continue to ask for primary for Kaylee. Okay. What your plan is to manage Kaylee, if that is your position. Let me know. If grandmother being in the picture and keep staying with grandmother and having visitation with mom and dad is a consideration, I need to know. Miss Schumann likewise needs to know. And the primarily thing that I'm most concerned about is Kaylee overall mental health, which is the reason why I asked Miss Schumann to come in the first place, was to get the records and make sure we're dealing with her appropriately. I know we have some mental health issues mental health resources in place, but I don't know if those are appropriate, because I really don't know what her diagnosis is and what the recommendations are for her. So no matter who gets her, we got to make sure we're fulfilling her mental health requirements. Okay. So today, enough. We'll just keep things as they are on the last order. Okay. The May 30th order. I think we have a hearing that's upcoming. At that time, Ms. Schumann will be able to better address these issues. And then we'll make some final decisions at that time. And during the interim, Ms. Holloway, just send me or Ms. Marshall a note. Let me know what it is that you all are now trying to accomplish, so we'll understand and have a better understanding before that hearing begins what I'm looking at and what I'm trying to resolve. Okay. So like I said, I whether it's Miss Thomas Wade or Miss Wade with Kaylee, I just want to put her in the best circumstances. And so if Mr. Wade wants to try to keep her, let me know, and then we'll figure it out. Ms. Schumann will have an opportunity to speak at that time. She would have had an opportunity to speak with Kaylee, look at her medical records, and we'll figure it out. Okay. So I'll see you all I'll see you all with
Judge Bear. I have one question before we leave.
Yes.
Juvenile cases that are pending with Kayla, are they in DeKalb? I just want to make sure.
I think so, but I don't know. Mr. Wade, tell me.
DeKalb.
Okay, thank you.
All right. So, and whatever orders you need me to sign to get those documents, that'll be fine as well.
Thank you.
So yes, Ms. Holloway, just send Ms. Marshall an email to let me know how we're going to proceed. We'll probably get back here. I would like to get back here before school starts. But Ms. Schuman, let me know if you think that's possible.
Yes, I do. School starts in August?
August 3rd or 6th or something like that. So
I mean, I think it's necessary. So given everything I've heard today. So yes.
All right. So we'll get you a new date.
Whether we can or can't, we're going to have to.
Yeah, we're going to try it. Okay. All right. Then I'll see y'all soon.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Y'all take care.